Good morning, folks. Let me see if this thing's on. Give it a check, check, check. Are we on? Are we up? Are we going? There we go. Okay. Hi, everybody. John Henry here from johnhenry.us. We're going to have a conversation about clickbait and thieving and scabs and grifters. I have gone on for a long time here on my page and done the best that I could over the years to try to raise awareness that there are a lot of bad actors out there. A lot of people who are out there pretending to be leftist and progressive and all this other stuff, and all they do is throw other people's work around and gather up tons and tons of money. They suck all the oxygen out of the room so real activists and real creators can't be heard and can't get seen and can't get over. So a couple of days ago, it was more than that, September 3rd, I posted a status message, just a off the top of my head thought about the ongoing writers strike and actors guild strike out in California, and I'll show you the thought here. I'll bring this up on screen for you so that you can see it. Hang on a minute, because it's in the same browser. Blah blah. Hang on, give me 1 second. Here we go. So I'm going to bring this up on screen so that you can see the date and the message. Right there at the top of the screen, you can see September 3rd at about 11 o'clock Eastern PM. I posted this status message. Studios are canceling things to make you mad at striking screenwriters and actors. Don't fall for it. So I posted that status message, like I said, on the 3rd, and it just kind of sat there for a few days and didn't really go anywhere. And then all of a sudden, I guess maybe yesterday or late the day before, I noticed I was getting a lot of hits on my Facebook page for some reason, like extraordinary traffic for me. The kind of numbers that I haven't seen since Facebook shut down the I Love to Wake Up in the Morning when Barack Obama was president group, which had 200,000 people following it. My little page got 5,000 people on it, right? And man, this is awesome because I'm part of Facebook's bonus program now, right? I actually get paid for my content. And the more people engage and the more people share and spread it around and like and comment, the more I get paid, right? So I'm thinking, yeah, this is awesome. And I watched it and it was like 25,000 people had seen it. And I'm like, wow, that's, my normal reach is about 10,000 people a month. And all of a sudden it's doubled and then some. And I thought, wow, that's really cool. And then I just watched it keep climbing. Somebody with some reach, or a few somebodies with some reach, picked up on this message and spread it around. And it went sub-viral. The last time I looked at the numbers, it had been seen by 150,000 people, and blah, 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 right? So, a little while ago, one of my readers, Jenna, and thank you, Jenna, pointed out to me the other 98%. Now, the other 98% is one of these grifting, garbage, thieving, stealing, underhanded, unoriginal piece of crap pages that have built up a huge following. They have 7 million people following them. And all they do is steal other people's work. They add nothing to the conversation. They don't do anything but take energy away from real activists and real creators, and they steal all of that energy and direct it towards their own pages. And I cannot tell you how heartbroken I have been over the years to continually tell people over and over and over again, you're being played. These are not left-wingers. These are not progressives. These people don't care anything about solidarity or union strength or labor rights or anything else. They're just trying to line their pockets by appealing to your biases. And I've told and told and told. And people who I still think very well of and think of as friends, just ignore it. Just ignore it. Right? It's like I'm not even talking. Right? So, Jenna, one of my readers, showed me this in one of the comments today on a little while ago on my page. This is the other 98's post from 9 hours ago. It has had one word added to it. One word, Hollywood. That is the only difference between this message and the one I posted on September 3rd. They've got 7 million people following them. I have 5,000. And if you look at the numbers, hang on a second, I'll see if I can adjust this so you can see the information at the bottom, right? You look at the bottom of the screen, 14,000 likes, 1,700 comments, 3.6 thousand shares. Now, based on what I'm seeing from my bonus program on the numbers from the same post that I originally made, that is at least $50 to $100 that's coming out of my pocket because they stole my work. They stole my work. These are supposedly progressive and leftist. These are your heroes. These are your flag wavers of the progressive left. These are the people who are supposed to be standing against all the plutocrats and all the corporations that are exploiting your labor. 7 million people they got following from. I got 5,000. I'm not housing insecure. I don't eat on a regular basis. I don't have shoes that can go outside without my socks getting soaked. I don't own a car. The computer I'm doing this through is 10 years old. And these grifting scumbags have to steal my work, take money directly out of my pocket, take food directly out of my mouth. You think I'm not angry? You have no idea how much self-control I am exercising right now. The only reason I regret not believing those people aren't worth the cost of a gallon of gas is that means I don't get to pour it on them, set them on fire, and then refuse to dishonor my perfectly good urine by using it to put them out. Scum. You are scum. You are taking 7 million people for a ride, lying through your teeth to them, putting yourself over. You're no different than that guy in Australia, the white guy in Australia a couple years ago, right? Collects $100,000 for Black Lives Matter. You're no different. You are a scab. What you just did is no different than crossing a picket line, walking into my desk as a Hollywood screenwriter, taking my work, picking it up, writing one word on it, claiming it as your own, and taking my paycheck. That's the other 98%. That's your big liberal left-wing hero that's fighting your battles for you. And you wonder why the left in this country can't get anywhere, can't get anything done? How much more blatant and obvious does it have to be? These people are scum. They don't deserve your support. They don't deserve to breathe as far as I'm concerned, but I gotta be real careful how I say that or I get in trouble. Because it's okay for them to steal my work, but it's not okay for me to be angry about it. How dare you? How dare you steal somebody's work standing in solidarity with striking union labor and scab it? Who the hell do you think you are, you disgusting pigs? 7 million people following these clowns. Half of them are following me too. And I've been saying for years, this is who you're paying attention to. This is who you're rewarding. This is who you're paying every time. And nobody wants to hear it. Nobody wants to listen because nobody likes to be wrong. And nobody likes to think they got took for a ride. Well, folks, I am showing you right now the absolute, clear, incontrovertible evidence. You are being taken for a ride by the other 98% and every page like them on the internet who does the same thing. Every one of them is the same. The other 98% and being liberal and addicting info and all of them. They all do the same thing, and that's how they build their audiences. That's how they build their audiences. That's why they have 7 million people following them, and it's why I have 5,000 following me. Because when I do good work, nobody realizes it's my work. Because these chumps steal it, call it their own, and who am I? Oh, I'm just so ranting and raving angry long hair on the internet. Learn. Stop rewarding these people. Pay attention to who you're sharing from. Pay Pay attention to who you're following and rewarding with your traffic and your eyeballs and your endorsement that you are making every time you share their content. They are thieves. They are stealing. Every single person that has ever given me so much as $1 just got stolen from by the other 98%. And I'm talking about senior citizens on fixed incomes who barely have food of their own, but they believe enough in what I do to toss me $25 once in a while. I'm talking about people that are on the streets themselves that see my work and hear what I have to say, and they go, this is power, this is right, this guy needs support, and they'll send me $5 when they don't even have food of their own. And that's who the other 98 is ripping off. Every single striking worker that's on a picket line right now just got stolen from, and half of y'all are helping them do it. Wake up. You are being played, and it ain't by me. One more time, for the record, let's make sure everybody sees it. This is my post, dated September 3rd at 10:50 p.m. Eastern Time. This is their post that was made approximately 10 hours ago. There is one word of difference. I'm not mentioned, I'm not linked, nothing. That is money out of my pocket. That is money out of my supporters' pockets. You have to stop falling for this stuff. You have to start doing the diligence, paying attention, finding out who you're supporting, who people are, what they're doing with your money. I starve. I go a day at a time without eating sometimes. Sometimes two. Because I can't get income for all the work I do. 500 plus posts a month. Nobody sees them because anything I post that gets over, somebody else steals it and puts it over as their own, and then they get paid. It is no different at all than if they walked across those picket lines and took the money out of the hands of the people who are on strike. It is absolutely no different. And you have to stop supporting it. This is why we can't have a solid left wing in this country, because we keep getting misled and misdirected by these people pandering to our biases, and we fall for it. They get paid, they get rewarded, and it just goes right back into the machine. And in the meantime, the people who are out here busting their asses, dying, starving, begging, going without food, going without shelter, going without clothing, going without computer equipment, are losing out to these giant, thieving, grifting, scab scumbags. And the only reason that works is because we, the people, keep letting it work, and it has to stop. I am begging you, please stop putting these people over. They are thieves. They are stealing from you. They are stealing from me, and they are stealing the oxygen out of the entire left wing in this country. Thank you very much. Have a nice evening.